Fever, aka America's team, pulls off the 92-70 victory over their rivalry, Chicago Sky. Is America's team back on track? We're going to talk about this and much more right after the intro. Let's go!
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, just brokenhearted for them. They're two really good people that you hate to see this happen to. They've been an integral part of what we've been doing, and so hate it for them. Unfortunately, it's part of the deal, and we've got to roll with it. And we've got players in that locker room who believe in one another. Players in that locker room who are as competitive as all get out. We've got versatility, and it's going to have to be on full display, So I think now it's about playing to honor them, right, and playing for them.
I guess obviously from a depth perspective, this means you don't have any healthy point guards, and you're not able to sign anyone for tonight's game. Just for tonight specifically, what is your plan, kind of running point?
We'll have to do it by committee, certainly. I mean, we've been utilizing AB to initiate offense throughout the course of the season, so we'll use her, continue to use her. Sophie, at times this season, particularly early, ran some of the point for us as well. So we'll utilize her, and Kelsey can initiate offense too. So I think the most important thing is that we aren't going to be able to do every play in our arsenal. We'll have to play a big lineup. We'll have to simplify. But we've got players who are capable of getting us into offense, and we'll utilize them in such a way. We've certainly got to anticipate a little bit more pressure. Got to anticipate a little bit more, driving to Kelsey and playing Kelsey in the two-man. So making sure that we try to put her in positions where we can make her life a little bit easier. But we'll do what we've been doing throughout the course of the year, and multiple people bringing up the floor and initiate offense.
What's up, boys, girls, he, she, they, them, we, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode of the W360, okay? What's up, W360 Nation? What's up, W360 chat and everyone watching all over? Welcome to the W360. Okay. What's up, everybody? What a great night it is. Yes. What a great win. I see you guys in the chat. What's up, Robin Satterley? Sarah Go Breach. 1197, I see you in the chat here. Monica Middleton is here tonight. What's up, girl? Oh, my goodness. Minnie CW8R. Waiter, what's going on with you? 17 Loose Bolts, I see you in the chat. Loyalty 77. Oh, I'm sorry. Loyalty 55 is in the chat. Art 19513 is in the chat. Kelly is in the chat, and Sade. I see you in the chat. Peggy Cole is in the chat tonight. Peggy is showing love early. Thank you so much, Peggy. Thank you so much, Peggy, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love. It's the best way to support the show. Really appreciate it. W360 Nation, if you are new here, whether you're catching the live or you're watching the playback, make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the W360, okay? Don't keep just watching in the closet and sneak watching and saying, I hope don't nobody else subscribe. No, you can subscribe. I won't know that you're subscribed to the channel because we don't get to see, like, I don't know who you are. You subscribe. Subscribe. You watch every episode anyway. Go ahead and subscribe. Okay? And tell your mother, your daddy, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, and tell that creepy cousin, the 12-year-old, that everyone in the family knows is going to be weird when they grow up. Tell him to subscribe. He sits and stays on his phone all day anyway like this. And everybody just look at him. When the family is around, everybody just look at him like, yeah, something off. Something wrong. Yep, that boy, something wrong with that boy. He cut open his stuffed animals. Yep, he eat his food a certain way. Something wrong with that boy. Tell that weird family member to subscribe to the W360. And for the returning viewers in W360 Nation and supporters, I love you all. Each and every one of you, I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you. Okay. Thank you guys so much. All right. And the slows, go ahead and subscribe. You keep watching anyway because you have a torture kink. You have a torture kink. Okay. You like to be tortured. You like to watch things that you don't like. Slows. So subscribe. Help the channel grow. You're not doing anything else with your life. You can at least help the W360 grow. Okay. Seriously. What a night. What a night. What a night this was tonight. Okay. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the Chicago Sky versus Indiana game. If that's what you want to call it. If that's what you want to call it. We're going to talk about that tonight, guys. We're not going to be here long tonight. We're not going to be here long on this Saturday night. We're going to talk about that. There's a funny situation to me. It was funny to me that happened in Dallas that I want to talk about and point out. Also, there's another situation regarding Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers that just shows how the league hates white Jesus. Okay? Definitely going to address that. The Pope B. Frank has responded to me. I'm going to address that very quickly. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to get out of here tonight. I'm not going to hold everybody long. I'm not going to hold everybody long tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and talk about it, guys. I cannot see this. Where are my glasses? I can't see it. Tonight's game. Shout out to the Indiana Fever. America's team. Okay. Had a little pep in their step. Okay. This is the energy that I wanted America's team to come out with against Phoenix. That's Chicago Sky Squad stinks. Okay, that squad is stinky, dirty diapers. That squad stinks. Arthur, their coach. You guys remember Arthur? The show Arthur and DW and Frankie, I think was the other little dwarf's name, or Frankens. I think her name was Frankie. I promise you, that coach from Chicago Sky looks like Arthur. He does. That guy stinks. That entire coaching squad stinks. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Tyler Marsh was focused on trying to appease Black America. That's all he wanted to do. He said, I'm going to hire all Black women's coaching staff. Tyler, you should have hired a real coaching staff. You should have hired the real coach staff. And I'm not saying women aren't real coaches. What I'm saying is instead of focusing on the optics of your coaching staff, you should have hired based on skill and talent, because it looks like no one in that organization know what you're doing. No one. That squad stinks. There is no reason Chicago Sky should come down every time down the floor and not run through Camila Cardoso. Teresa Weatherspoon didn't do it. Tyler, you're not doing it. You're not going to win if you don't run through Camila. And Camila looks defeated. Camila looks defeated. She hates it there. She hates it there. Okay? Seriously, and I like Camila Cardoso. I root for her, but Aaliyah Boston, Camila had your cookies tonight. Aaliyah Boston had Camila's cookies tonight. Had her for lunch. Seriously. Love to see those two go off. Or go back and forth nonetheless. But other than that, regarding the game, guys, there's not a whole lot to be said. Everything went Indiana's way. Everything went Indiana's way. Okay? The entire team gets a steak and a drink. You earned it. You earned it. You all can go to the W360 Steak Lounge and order yourself a medium rare steak, and you get yourself a red wine. You earned it. Even you, Bree Turner. Even you. Now, I'm not going to get too happy. We're going to stay realistic here. We're going to stay realistic, Bree. Okay, we know this is the Chicago Sky, but we're going to celebrate you tonight, Bree. You got a block. You earned it. You're not going to get a whole steak. I'm going to be honest, Bree. You don't get a whole steak, okay? You can get a portion, 2 broccoli spears, and a club soda. You can't get a drink yet. You don't get a drink. You didn't earn it. You didn't earn it. You get a club soda, 2 broccoli spears, and a portion of a steak. You earned it, Bree Turner. You earned it. Seriously. But if you watch the game tonight, the Indiana Fever, they pulled out the victory. 92-70 over the Chicago Sky in this rivalry. Okay. Player of the game, let's see hustle. Player of the game, let's see hustle. Okay. Player of the game, Lexi Hustle. Welcome back, Lexi. It's good to have you back. We missed you, dear. We missed you. We was going to start hanging up missing signs for you, but we kept faith in you, Lexi. You white hustle, you. We kept faith in you. Shout out to Lexi Hustle. You get yourself a big steak and a drink. You earned it. You earned it, Lexi. Okay. Seriously. And the thing that I've been saying, the only thing to me with Lexi Hall is it's just her shot wasn't falling. But everything else she was doing. She would do some dumb things here and there. Like, what is she doing? What is she doing? But like the rest of the players, but you can't deny that she brings the hustle. She makes the small plays. She tips the ball to give the team an offensive rebound. She's in the passing lane. So she's doing all the small things, which helps her. She's playable, right? She's playable. But she just wasn't scoring. So hopefully this game tonight can get her confidence back up as far as pulling the three and being able to contribute as far as a scorer. Because clearly this team has no guards. This team has no guards. So, like I said, hopefully her confidence is back and, she's able to get more comfortable on the floor. Lexi Hustle ended the game here tonight. 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and she was 4 for 6 from the 3. Okay. Also, shout out to Lexi. She hit her 100 career steals tonight. Shout out Lexi Hustle. In addition to Lexi Hustle, Aaliyah Boston also made history tonight. She's now 3rd most blocks in franchise history. Okay, she's a little over 100 under Tammy Sutton, and it looks like Tamika Catchings is number 1. I think Aaliyah Boston will catch them both in her tenure here with Indiana Fever. Okay, so history is made tonight. It was just a good night overall. Indiana got everything they wanted the entire game. Kelsey Mitchell ended the game here with 26 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. Okay. 9 for 18 from the field and 4 for 8 from 3. Kelsey Mitchell is first team all WNBA. I don't think that's a discussion. Pushing those agendas, okay? We got agendas to push and points to prove. All right? Kelsey Mitchell, first time all let me get this down. Kelsey Mitchell, first team all WNBA. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Okay. Seriously, Kelsey Mitchell is coming through. Kelsey Mitchell has came through this season. Aaliyah Boston ended the game here. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. I thought Aaliyah Boston had a double-double. I don't know why I thought she had a double-double. 2 blocks and a steal. All right. Let's see here. Sophie, White Nubian Queen. The White Nubian Queen had a stellar performance tonight. Stellar. Okay, White Nubian Queen, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 5 for 10 from the floor, 3 for 6 from 3, 100% from the charity stripe, baby. So when I say that's a White Nubian Queen, you respect me when I say Sophie Cunningham is the White Nubian Queen. Okay. Natasha Howard, 7 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. Bree Turner, Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donut. That's okay. That's okay, Bree. We're in a great mood tonight. I'm not even going to rush you tonight. We're in a great mood, okay? Krispy Kreme. But, you know, Bree Turner got 2 blocks. She got 2 blocks. You got to start somewhere. Okay, you got to start somewhere. Bree, you get in the game and you play 8 minutes, 2 blocks in 8 minutes. Fine. Other than that, Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts across the board. It's okay, Bree. It's okay. We're not mad at you tonight. It's a good night, okay? Damaris Dantes, really rooting for Damaris to find her shot again. I'm not sure what's going on with Damaris, child. I don't know what's going on with Damaris. Seriously. Other than that, Siri, no. Other than that, Damaris, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. She's 2 for 8 from the field. Seems like it might be a confidence thing going on with her. And Bibby, Donut, didn't shoot well. Chloe Bibby did not shoot well. 0 points in 21 minutes. She had an assist and a steal, okay? Other than that, I am hoping that this win tonight is a confidence booster, and it's definitely showing this team that you guys can pull together. You can pull together and pull out wins. You guys, this America's team is better than most of the squads in this league. You are. Okay? If you play together and everyone knows their roles. If you're not a 3-point shooter, stop shooting threes. Stop shooting threes. Find your points by floating to the open areas and attacking the boards. Natasha? James Fender, thank you so much for the super chat. James Fender says that you are the dark Nubian queen. Thank you so much. There was another chat in here. Let me find it. Mellow Yellow. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's ball hogs tonight. Absolutely. They played as a team. They definitely played as a team tonight. Okay. Like I said, we're not going to be here long tonight. Everything, like I said, looked good. Not giving Stephanie White, not giving her Stephanie, this is Chicago Sky. This is Chicago Sky. You only had 9 players. You would have had to try really hard to mess up those rotations, right? To mess up rotations tonight. So, Stephanie, you get the same plate as Bree. All right, you're not let off the hook yet, Stephanie White Leather. And I'm rooting for you. I like Stephanie White Leather. I'm rooting for you. But you're not let off the hook, okay? You get a portion of a steak, 1 broccoli spear, and you get a club soda. You get a Sprite. All right. Let's see here. Let's take a look at some highlights from the game tonight, some key plays, and we'll come back and go ahead and move forward. All right. All right. Kelsey Mitchell. Money Mitch. White Nubian Queen. White Nubian Queen. Kelsey pulls up. Oh, it's so pretty when it's falling. It's so pretty, Kelsey. To the basket, high off the backboard floater. Oh, Kelsey to the White Nubian Queen, +2. Boom. That's what Rose would say. Boom. Let's see hustle. Count it. Count it. America's team. That's right. That's right. AB was doing a lot of ball handling tonight. White Nubian Queen. White Nubian Queen. Oh my goodness. When yes, Haley Van Lith, she got embarrassed tonight. That was crazy. Great pass. Great pass. Aaliyah got away with a little something there. But hey, it's about time. It's about time the America's team get their reparations. Nowadays, taking a lot of bad calls this season. It's okay to get away with one. We deserve more. We deserve more. It's about time. You know, Aaliyah Boston can get away with a charge here and there. The refs have only let her get beat up all season. They've only let her get beat up all season. Okay? So I'm okay with her getting away with that. Let's see here. Romeo Murdoch, thank you for the super chat. You said I had a chat too. I don't see it over here. Let me see here. Romeo Murdoch. Oh, here you go. Sorry about that, Romeo. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, seemed like the team relied on each other. No favoritism. Steak and a drink for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Agree. Steaks and drinks for everybody tonight. Oh, it's a great Saturday. It's a great Saturday for Indiana Fever fans. Fever 11 Sue, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, love your show, CJ. Way to get her done, team. Way to get it done. Seriously. You know, and the thing is, America's team, we're behind you. I said this before. I say it a lot. We're rooting for you. We're here for you. Just, we're at the point of the season where consistency isn't a question. Okay, you guys are getting ready to go into the playoffs. All right? America's standing behind you. Consistency isn't a question. This is the time of the season where everyone needs to be playing at their best. Everyone needs to be playing at their best. Okay? Everyone has to play their A game. Seriously, if you want to win, if you don't want to win, just let people know so we're not scheduling time to watch the games. We can go do other things. Seriously. Lexi, what I'm hoping is that this squad isn't down another guard, because Lexi she turned her ankle tonight. If you were watching the game, you saw the replay. She landed on it. It turned. An injury like that, I don't want to say an injury, but a play like that results in it's going to swell. It's going to swell, and it's going to hurt. So I'm looking to see what happens with Lexi Hall. If she's going to play next game. Next game, I believe they play Dallas next week. You can't even count Dallas out. You can't count anyone out anymore. Lexi Hall is needed. But I'm really hoping that it's not a sprain. But the way she landed on that thing, that's one of, and I know a lot about ankle injuries, trust me. The way she landed on that thing, that's something that's going to catch up with you later tonight and first thing in the morning. You know, so we'll see. I'm hoping, I don't think it's that serious, but I'm hoping it's not something in the morning, you know, that starts bothering her where she has to sit out. Okay. Sharon Anderson, 1176, says they lost to the Mercury because the refs just let the Mercury beat the hell out of them. Prison ball. That was a key part of it, but also the squad came out and they were playing scared. They should have matched Indiana's energy. To me, when you have to play with a chip on your shoulder at some point, right? You have to play with a chip on your shoulder. You have to play for something more than we're coming out here to win. You have to play for something. Sophie Cunningham was playing for revenge, right? That squad should have came out to play for. Tawana Bonner literally left the squad, and according to Sophie Cunningham, very unprofessionally, didn't communicate anything to the team or anything. So we're about to kick your ass in your hometown or in your home arena. We're about to kick your ass. You know, there was no sense of urgency. There was no sense of we're about to prove a point here. You know, so yes, refs let Alyssa Thomas play football and rugby. The WNBA media, they praise it. They've really convinced thousands of people that Alyssa Thomas is good. She's this physical, really good player. She's so physical and she trucked people over, and the refs have bought into it when really she just stinks. She don't have any skill. She just stinks. Tawana Bonner, a lot of the old players, not very skilled. You know, it's just kind of like a sorority cult where they just kind of big each other up. Just a whole lot of mid players that just kind of big each other up, you know. And you don't realize it until these new players have arrived to the league. And kind of like when a Bentley pulls up next to a Chrysler 300. And if you're in that Chrysler 300, me, that's been following the W, and it's like, well, I mean, you know, this the league. Then when the new players pull up, you're like, I got to get the hell out of this car. This ain't a real car. Y'all not real players. And I think millions of people see that when they watch the WNBA, right? As far as skill set. Um, Nonetheless, I really wish the energy that Indiana played with tonight, they would have brought to Phoenix Penitentiary prisoners. I do. I do. I hope they take it to Connecticut. Orange is the new black penitentiary. They have them coming up in a few games, two or three games. Um, so yeah, that's where we're at with that. Um, we played the highlights here. Let's see here. Who said they drive a Chrysler 300? That's okay. That's okay. Nothing against Chrysler 300s, okay? Nothing against Chrysler 300s at all. What I'm saying is when a Bentley pulls up, you realize that you're in a Chrysler 300. Seriously. Seriously. What's up, War Dog 44? I see you in the chat. All right. On the Chicago Sky Inn, Camila Cardoso stunk up the place tonight. That woman does not want to be in Chicago. She had 6 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block. E. Williams, 8 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. Awful. Ariel Atkins, awful. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Ariel, I often wonder why. Ariel is just stinking up the place. She's stinking up the place. And I remember Ariel speaking so just boldly. When people were criticizing Angel Reese, and she put on her deep voice and she said, I don't understand why people are criticizing this kid. This kid here, okay? She comes and she plays hard. She wears a crown. She wears a crown heavy that no one, the media and everyone else, criticizing Angel Reese. Why? This is a kid. This is a kid. Mind you, this is a grown woman sitting next to her in Angel Reese. Grown woman. This is a kid. Why is everyone criticizing her? Okay, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Ariel Atkins, I think some of that energy you used to try to defend Angel Reese and get brownie points and who knows, probably try to get in her panties. You should use some of that energy on the floor. Use some of that energy on the floor. You stunk. Your entire play has just gone down. Gone down. It's not the same Ariel from Washington. Okay? If you stop focusing on trying to defend Angel Reese and maybe get brownie points with her and hope that, you can sneak in her room at night, maybe you can perform. Maybe you can perform. All right? You're trying to get your sneak hump in and just hoop. Hoop. Guys, I root for hoopers. I root for hoopers. You don't look like a hooper, Ariel. You just look like a Angel Reese groupie that gets to play with her. Seriously. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. You've been stinking up the place lately. Why don't you lead your squad to some wins and then try to talk about what the media is saying about one of your teammates? Lead your squad to some wins. The only thing you're trying to win is Oh God, man. I really have to catch myself sometimes. I do. I have to realize you're on the internet. You're on the internet. I really, really have to catch myself sometimes. Seriously. All right. Let me pull up a picture. There was something funny happen. There was something funny happened in Dallas to me. I don't care what people have to say. There was something funny happened in Dallas, okay? And if you all follow the Dallas Wings, you follow me on Twitter. If you don't, follow me on Twitter at the W360 _. I literally talk about this coach all the time. What's his name? Chris Cocaine. I talk about him. He looks like that he sells candles for a living. Okay? The Dallas coach looks like that he sells he looks like he sells crystals, and nothing against crystals, and candles and incense. He looks nothing like a WNBA coach. The players don't respect him. Paige Becker's tune out when he's talking. Enrique tunes out when he's talking. Dejanay Carrington hated him. Hines Allen was the only one that stood up for him. Chris, the Dallas Wings head coach, literally looks like he shaves his legs. He looks like he shaves his legs, and he looks like he sit down to pee. I've said this before, and I'm sticking to it. Dallas Wings head coach looks like he sits down to pee. Now, what's happened? The man bun, everything about it. It looks awful. I was like, who hired him? Why did they hire him? Why did they hire him? He's not going to get respect from all the women that's taller and bigger than him. When he's talking to them, all of his players are look like they're just, when he's talking, he's like, yeah, guys. And then what you want to do, guys, is we just got to be peaceful on the court. Okay? We create peace and calmness on the court. Okay? Peace and calmness on the court. Peace. You guys don't believe me? I'm about to pull up a picture of him right now. And tell me I'm lying. I want a picture of him with his man bun. Here he is. Here he is. He looks like he collect fortune cookies. This guy looks like he opened a fortune cookie every morning for his affirmation. Here he is. All right, guys, we're down by 45, okay? We're down by 45, but the universe will save us. What we need to go out there and do, okay? We have peaceful offense. All right? We're going to have a peaceful offense, all right? It's peace. It's peace. Okay? And calmness on defense. Peace and calmness on defense. All right? That's the game plan tonight. And if we all just tap into that energy, guys. You tap into that energy, guys. We're going to pull off this win. We're going to pull off this win. You hear me, Enrique? I manifest the next shot that you shoot. The ball is going in the hoop. You're not going to shoot it off the side of the backboard. I manifest it. Peace and calm on defense. All right. Paige Beckers, we're manifesting the win for you. Peace and calmness on defense. So nonetheless, Dallas hates this man. Dallas hates him. Dallas hates him. Okay. So after the last game, the Dallas crowd was hot. They were shouting, "We want Nola. We want Nola." They were literally shouting to fire this coach. They were literally shouting to fire this coach. After they lost, got blew out again. They got blew out again because his game plan, we're going to manifest some victories here tonight. We're going to manifest. Didn't work in reality. No, all jokes aside, the crowd was literally cheering for him to be fired. They were shouting for him to be fired. Maisha Hines Allen runs over to the crowd to address them. Let's take a look at what happened here.
We want to do, if you want to do, we want to do well too. But we can hear all the outside noise. Even though we didn't start the season off well, we're not playing how we should be playing. But we need the fans to support us. We do. That's not supporting us though, because at the end of the day, Chris is still our head coach. We still need him. We got you. So please, we got you. We got you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that.
I want to play this again because I really want you guys to see this shit.
We want to do, if you want to do, we want to do well too. But we can hear all the outside noise. Even though we didn't start the season off well, we're not playing how we should be playing. But we need the fans to support us. We do. That's not supporting us though, because at the end of the day, Chris is still our head coach. We still need him. We got you. So please, we got you. We got you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Who are the slows? Who are the slows in the audience telling her, thank you, we appreciate that. Maisha, you look like a fool. You look and you sound like a fool. You sound slow. Who are you, by the way, to run to the audience and address an audience? You guys are a last place team in this league. You're a last place team in this league. Your coach do suck. Your coach sucks. So do you. You stink. Your coach stinks. Why would you approach fans to say, he's still our coach? He's still our coach. That's not the way you support us. These are fans, okay? These are fans, Maisha. I know you're not used to having fans. You're not. Paige Beckers has brought fans to Dallas. Arike, she has some fans. The WNBA has a lot of eyes on them right now. You women have no idea how to handle fandom. This is just another example of not being able to handle fandom. That's what fans do. They call for coaches to be fired. You look dumb. If I was in that audience and I was saying, fire him, and you came over there to say that, I would say, you and that coach can get out of my town. Get out of my town. You shut your pie hole. You shut your pie hole right now talking to me. You stunk. You stunk this game. You stunk this whole season. You stink. You're not leading this team to any victories. Who are you to address fans that's calling for the coaches to be fired? You should be happy they're not calling for you to be fired. It's way too much emotions. Speaking of emotions, that's what an emotional woman looks like. How do you approach fans? That's what fandom is. But this was funny to me. I wish those fans would have stood on their... I wish they would have stood on what they were hollering. I wish they would have said, shut your pie hole. You get out of our face. We just lost and you contributed to the loss. Go to the locker room and shut up. Seriously, but they folded. They folded on the spot, and I guess that's understandable. That's understandable. But Maisha Hines Allen, she's been a mess. She's been a mess. She's been a mess. I remember when Fever fans were calling for her to be traded to Indiana. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw I said no. No, she stinks. She's awful. She stinks. She stinks. Seriously. War Dog 44, you wouldn't do that either. I would. I promise you, I would. I promise you, I would. Any game, if any player was approached me about anything I said about them, I would stand on what I said. Keep this clip in your archives, cut it, whatever. I would stand on what I said. I stand on everything that I say. Yeah, this isn't like an act up here. Absolutely. I would say, hey, did you say that I was dead foot skin? I did. I did because you stink. I think you stink. I don't even think you have I think you stink. I think you're awful, actually. Yeah, I would say that to anyone's face. Anyone's face. Can't beat me up. I mean, if you beat me up, you beat me up. That's fine. That's fine. Just don't scar my face. Don't scar my face. My face is pretty. Don't scar my face. So yeah, Dallas fans are upset. They're hollering for the assistant coach. They want Nola to be the head coach. Best of luck to Dallas and Dallas fans. Okay, I know you guys don't have your prize couple there. And I think a huge disappointment that's with Dallas fans is that you thought Dejanay and Alyssa Smith was going to work out for that squad. They were going to be the power couple that work out for that squad. No. Didn't work out. They traded those two away. Literally quicker than you can get rid of. I was about to say a joke that you can't say on the internet. People are sensitive about dogs, so I can't. All right. So there's that. Maisha Hines Allen, you look like a fool. Stop addressing fans. Asia Wilson did the same thing during the game. When fans were being fans. Like, just stop. Just embrace fandom. I know it's new for you guys, but just embrace fandom. Just embrace it. Okay? All right. Sequoia Hartman, what's up, girl? What's up, Sequoia? Sequoia said she was trash in her college job and she's trash now. Yes. All guitar players rule. What did he have to do to get that job? Chills. I could take a wild guess. But people like to send legal notices and stuff to you nowadays, so I can't say it. Let's see here. All right, where we at? A Caitlin Clark fan was David Hell Plus. David Hell Plus, thank you so much for the super chat. Best way to support the show. I appreciate it. Thank you. Karate lessons for CJ. Karate lessons for CJ. No, I could never do karate, but I do kickboxing. Twice a week. Love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Shout out to my kickboxing instructor in class. Love it. but I can't. I cannot fight. I don't fight. I can't fight. Let's see here. Where we at next? All right. Recently, a Caitlin Clark fan was thrown out from a game, okay, for having a Caitlin Clark uh, flag. You know, fandom, fandom. But in this league, nowadays, I guess it was offensive. It was offensive for the fan to have a. It was offensive to have a flag of Caitlin Clark and be a super fan of her. Let's take a look at the video, and I want to come back and talk about it really quick.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
All right, you see it here. You see it here. Let's start it over.
Nothing beats a
Fan has a flag here. It looks like an American flag. They put Caitlin Clark on it.
Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
All right, you see it there. Let's take another look.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50.
Not bothering anybody. Mind you, you guys see where this is at. This is in Phoenix Mercury Arena here.
That's £200 off for a family of 4.
And allegedly, they put the fan out the game. They put the fan out the game. They put the fan out the game. Two sides to this, right? When I saw it, I was like, well, what's the problem? It's a person that has a flag with Caitlin Clark on it. And then I saw interesting perspectives from it as far as, they put Caitlin Clark over the American flag. It was disrespectful. I reached out to people in my real life, that's served. And also that served. And I said, hey, is this disrespectful? Like when a fan takes and they put Caitlin Clark over the American flag. I reached out to 3. 1 said yes, 2 said no. Other than that, to me, in my opinion, I love to get perspectives from people in my real life. I know a vast majority of people in my real life. So when it comes to the flag, I take that serious, of course, because I have family and friends that have served, right? So that's why I was like, well, let's look at this here. I'll be honest, I don't think this fan should have been thrown out, because if you thought that was disrespectful, I don't think that's why that fan was thrown out. I think it was all because of Caitlin Clark, and it was in Phoenix. That's what I think. I don't think it had anything to do with disrespect. I think if it was a fan that had Tawana Bonner and Alyssa Thomas on the American flag, nothing would have happened. Nothing would have happened. I think if it was Marina Mabry and what's that child's name? That's it. They're both scissoring and humping and hooping. That child over in Connecticut, nothing would have happened. So when it comes to this league, I don't think it has anything to do with integrity. I don't. I think it was just because it was Caitlin Clark. And the reason why I think it was Caitlin Clark, because nothing happened.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic.
Nothing happened here. This fan wasn't thrown out or anything. Let's take another look. Uh-oh.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic.
So yes, I can't stand behind the respect viewpoint of you don't put someone in front of the flag. No. The person that was put in front of that flag, you guys just didn't like. You guys don't like her. You guys don't like her fans. You don't like her supporters. You don't like her audience. And you don't like people and her fans, for the most part, stand behind America and are proud Americans. We are. We're proud. And we have honor. You guys they don't like that. So I'm not giving them that as far as it was a respect thing. I'm not giving them that at all. This is another instance that shows that who needs haters when you have an employer like the WNBA. And this is Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner. And their whole, hey, that person up there has a flag. They have Caitlin Clark face on it. Go put him out. This is Alyssa Thomas. This is Alyssa Thomas. Fans should be able to bring posters, signs, whatever they want to games. I mean, did anybody watch the Olympics? Them people over there across the pond in the seas, they be waving their flags. They wave their stuff. They're proud. They're proud of them dirty country. They're proud of where they're from. Okay? They're proud. All right? Let people be proud of who they support. I cannot wait until this league can, and it's going to come soon. I'm confident it's going to come soon because more of the college players that's coming into the league and they're washing out the old players, they're going to come with their own fan bases. They actually have fans that's going to actually follow them into the league. It's going to be new storylines. No one has to sit through an Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner storyline anymore. No. It's going to be new storylines, new rivalries, real rivalries, new skill, and things like that. I give the league about 2 to 3 years. It's going to be a real league, with real players. Fans aren't going to get thrown out of games for laughing at a player for their wig falling off. Literally. That's what the ref said. The ref said they want to be removed because they said something that wasn't nice. It's going to be a real league. Fans are going to be able to bring posters and flags if they want to bring flags. It's sports. Fans are going to be able to yell if they want a coach fired, and emotional players aren't approaching them like, don't yell at our coach. That's our coach. Which I think Hines Allen was just doing that because she knows she's thinking up the place. And she's trying to just get brownie points and trying to say, see, I'm loyal. Well, be loyal on the court. But seriously, I think that's what's happening here. That's what's going to happen in the league. It's just going to be washed out eventually, and it'll be a real league, and it'll be real rivalries, and it'll be fans, sports fans, and it's going to be amazing, man. We'll be able to just come, instead of talking about, fans being thrown out the games, we'll come and talk about the games. We don't have to talk about, analysts like Shanae Ogumake. And Monica make nothing smart to say. And El Dumba can. Jamel jump off a hill. And what's the other light-skinned child that wears the braids in the front and plaits in the back? I used to wear that when I was in middle school. We don't have to deal with that. I think all of this is going to be washed out in a couple of years, okay? Seriously. Oh, there's a few slows in the chat. Andrea. Yep. Andrea Carter. That's the name. Oh, there's a few slows in the chat. Oh. Oh. All right. But yeah, I think that's where we're at. That's where we're at. We're gonna be there. We're gonna get there soon. We are. We're gonna get there soon. Paige Beckers is having a good year. Paige Beckers is having a good year. You guys have followed the show. I've always said Paige is skilled. She's skilled. She's not better than White Jesus. They're two different players. They're two different players. She's not better than White Jesus. They're two different players. Logan Benson, why don't you go watch Paige Becker's highlights or games or something? What are you doing in this chat? What are you doing on this show? You don't have anything else to do? You don't have anything else to do? Nothing else to do but to sit around and watch a show that you don't like on a Saturday night? You upset because your therapist won't let you go back to another facility? You done wore out all the facilities in your county. When you show up, they say, hey, listen, look, you were just here. You got to wait a week to come back. You were just here. We have no more Jell-O for you. No more Jell-O for you. Okay, now you got to go deal with your issues on your own. And if you can't figure it out in a week, then you can come back. You can't keep hopping and hopping and hopping from facility to facility to facility. You can't do that, okay? You can't. So you're looking for a safe place on the internet. No one listens to you on Instagram. No one listens to you on TikTok. No one listens to you on Twitter. So you say, I'm going to go to the W360 chat. Maybe somebody will see me there. Okay? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your issues that you have in life, to sit on a show on YouTube and type away, it's not going to help the issues that you have internally, dear. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. Okay? Go see a therapist. There are free ones out there because I'm sure you don't have a job or anything like that. You don't work hard. You spend my tax dollars. You don't work hard. Go see a free therapist. Okay? Seriously. Seriously. And while you're at it, subscribe. Seriously. The Pope B. Frank has a YouTube show. Support, all respect. If you are in the chat, I'm pretty sure you know of the Pope B. Frank. You know of him. You know of him. If you don't, search him on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to his channel. Definitely mutual respect there. I addressed a comment last night on my show that he made when he made an appearance on the Jason Whitlock show. I addressed the comment that he made. If you are not familiar with what I am talking about as far as the comment that he made, I'll run it back really quick. And this isn't going to be long. This isn't going to be long. But I'll run it back really quick just so that as a refresher, this is what the Pope B. Frank had to say.
Okay, women shouldn't even be playing basketball. It's a contact sport. I mean, what are we doing here, Jason? What are we doing? It's a contact sport. I don't want to see women playing basketball. They're not athletic enough. They're not fast enough. They're not none of that. They need to be tennis, golf, volleyball, swimming, track, no contact sports.
Frank, I wasn't expecting you to be this frank. I'm not sure if I agree with you. Your channel is built around the WNBA.
All right. So, I addressed this comment last night on the show. Really was just kind of speaking freely as far as the comment. I said it was weird. It was weird. And I basically stated that I was kind of upset, not upset, but disappointed that the Pope would go on that platform as a content creator that covers the WNBA and say that women shouldn't play basketball. So the Pope responded, and there were a lot of things. I watched his response. I was able to watch it this afternoon. And just to be clear here, I am not arguing with his opinion as far as women shouldn't play basketball. Okay? Because he took the easy thing to say, oh, CJ is being emotional. She's a woman. She's being emotional. So, which was easy. That was just the low-hanging, easy thing to do or say. To be clear, I'm not arguing with what he said. Not once did I say women should play basketball. What do you mean women shouldn't play basketball or anything like that? I'm not arguing with anything he said. I don't care that he thinks women shouldn't play basketball or anything like that. I'm not some emotional feminist that's just like, you don't talk about women like that. No. My only question was, this is weird because if you feel like that, why do you make WNBA content? That's all I'm saying. I don't care that you feel like women aren't physical enough or can't play or shouldn't play basketball. That's your opinion. Do you know how many men in real life that I have this conversation with? And I don't try to sell the WNBA to men or women. I don't try to sell the league and say, no, you need to watch. There are a bunch of great players and this and that. I never try. When people have their opinions, they have their opinions. That's your opinion. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Hell, I sit on my platform and tell you I hate watching Alyssa Thomas play. This player stinks. This player isn't good. I would never try to tell a person that says women or whatever you feel like about that. That's your opinion. My only question was, well, why are you covering the league? Why do you make content? That is weird to me. To me. If you think women should not play basketball, why are you making women's basketball content? That's all I said. And then you go on a huge platform and spew that. Again, I'm not offended by what you're saying. What I'm telling him is you're putting batteries in losers' backs to label everyone that supports Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, in the WNBA as, see what I'm saying? They don't even watch and this and this and this and that. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care anything about your opinion. You have your opinion. You're entitled to it. I don't care. So Pope responds and he says, I don't cover the WNBA. Where are my notes here? He says, I don't cover the WNBA. I cover Caitlin Clark. I cover CC. CC is injured. CC is injured. I don't know if you've missed the memo or if anyone else has missed the memo. She hasn't played in a month. So if you only cover Caitlin Clark, and that's all you're here for, because that's what you said. That's why I'm only here for Cece. She's injured. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's just my only question. That's all. Don't care about your opinion or anything. It just seemed kind of weird to me, and it seemed extremely contradicting. Caitlin Clark not playing. If you're only here for Caitlin Clark, then I would think that you're not watching or you're not covering it when she's not playing. Why are you watching? That was my only question. Or creating content altogether. Seems kind of weird. That's all I was saying. But respectfully and good faith, I have respect for Pope. Pope, I've talked to Pope offline, and I said that in the video last night. I talked to Pope offline. I assumed that Pope knew that this wasn't from like a hard place or a bad place or trying to nothing. I was just like, yeah, this seems kind of weird. This is weird. This is weird. I didn't know Pope put on wigs and stuff. I didn't know. People said that to me, and I was like, what the hell? But hey, people do their own thing. That's fine. That's fine. Do your own thing. I don't give opinions on anyone's art. I don't. Okay. Another thing here. Easy route. CJ is just emotional. I'm not emotional. I did not care. I did not care about the opinion. I hear that stuff all the time in real life from my homeboys, brothers, homegirls. We talk about it in real life. No one gets emotional or anything like that. I'm not emotional. I'm not emotional when it comes to the WNBA. I'm not emotional in real life. It's actually a problem in my relationships because I'm not emotional enough. Y'all want me to be more emotional. I'm not emotional. No. I was just questioning, like, well, why are you putting out videos? Since you think women shouldn't play basketball. That was my only question. That was it. I have no issue with your opinion. None. I don't care. I'm not emotional. Also, Pope says, I never shouted him out on this show. That's also incorrect. That's incorrect. I've shouted Pope out multiple times on this show. My chat knows Pope. I've shouted him out multiple times on this show. That's incorrect. So other than that, look, I don't want no smoke. I didn't say anything about that to have any smoke. It's respect. I don't, if you follow this channel, I don't comment on anyone's commentary in this space. If anything, I'll shout people out that I like. I shout people out that I like. I don't comment on other people's art. I just don't do that. I don't cross that kind of line. People have their opinions about our channels and who we are as creators and things. Oh, also, I wasn't trying to bunch myself with you. I wasn't. But we are content creators, and people look at you support Caitlin Clark, and guess what? There are other channels out here that support Caitlin Clark, and you know what people say about channels that support Caitlin Clark, especially if we're black. We're sellouts, we're coons, and all the rest. Which is fine. I don't give a damn about people saying that, but when you go on, stand on just what you stand on as far as the sport. But why would you go on a platform to talk about women's basketball that you cover and put out a lot of content about and say, yeah, women shouldn't even be playing basketball again, which is fine. But why would you put out content? It's contradicting, it's weird, and I still stand on that. I still stand on that. Still stand on it. Um nonetheless, it's no smoke. I don't want any smoke. It's no hard feelings or anything like that towards Pope. Pope is cool. Pope is cool. I've talked to him offline in the past. It was a while back. Didn't do anything dirty to him. Just kind of maybe have lost sight of what we were talking about. It wasn't purposely or anything like that. Uh, but yeah, that's all. That's all it was. That's all it was. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. All right. No hard feelings. Um. Yeah, I call all the backhanded compliments and things like that. Look, that's what come with it, man. When I tell you it takes a lot to offend me, I'm not easily offended. If anything, I be laughing. If you gotta come with some good jokes if you're gonna talk about me, come with some good jokes. I wanna laugh too. Shit. I wanna laugh too. I wanna laugh too. I'm not sensitive and I'm not emotional. I'm not that. So that was inaccurate. That was inaccurate. That was inaccurate. Let's see here. Thank you, 6'8" Aquarius. Says, has he ever said anything like that before about women basketball players? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure. I can't answer any questions like on his behalf. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I would say just go to his channel and ask him. I'm not, putting out any narratives or answering any questions about him that I don't know. I was strictly talking about that clip. That's it. It wasn't anything personal or wanting any smoke or anything like that. I don't do that goofy shit. So, yeah. Yes. All right. Got love for everybody. All right. With that being said, that's going to wrap up this tonight's episode of the W360. If you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at the W360 _, at the W360 _. Okay. Make sure you have your notifications turned on for when I'm going live again. What's today? Saturday? What do I have tomorrow? I'll probably go live tomorrow again. Let me pull up what I have tomorrow. I probably can go live tomorrow evening. It depends on how. Just turn your notifications on, guys. Turn your notifications on. Thank you so much, Sequoia. Thank you so much, Sequoia. Sequoia sent in a super chat. Keep doing you, CJ. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I love you, girl. I love you, and I love W360 Nation, guys. I love you. I love you. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I have to get out of here right now. I got to leave. I got to go. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Until next episode, peace and so